to the phone conversation with Kinuthia Wamwangi. Like I said, he's the former chair of the Transition Authority and joining us through phone. So when we talk about Nairobi County leadership, that's what I want to ask him about. So thank you, sir, for making time for us. Now, firstly, this appointment that we had of a Director General, what does it really mean for the county when we talk about administration? And is it really limited to the 4 functions? Kinuthia, what do you have to say?
Yes, you remember there was something called deed of transfer of functions from the Nairobi City County government to the national government. Now, that deed of transfer defined the functions that were transferred to the government. And it was agreed between the 2 parties. That is anticipated in the Constitution and in the law. And therefore, once you do that, the government, the national government, must create a mechanism of carrying out the transferred functions. And therefore, the newly created entity is in accordance with that transfer, the deed of transfer of functions, no matter whatever it is called now. I think it's called Nairobi County or something. It is called NMS, Nairobi Metropolitan Services. That is only a delivery vehicle of the new function, of the functions that were delivered to the government. And therefore, it has to have a leader. So this appointment does not in any way breach the existence of the county, the city county as it is, because the transfer was voluntary and the county has not been dissolved. So this is only a mechanism to enable the national government to carry out that obligation which was transferred to it.
Okay, and when we talk about the county workers, would we say that they're now under the management by the national government?
The transfer deed says that a formula will be worked out on how the affected workers will be managed, because they are the ones who carry out the function. And therefore, they too can be transferred on a temporary basis or on an interim basis during the currency of the transferred functions to remain or to exist or to work under the new entity and under the management of the new entity without losing their status as county government workers.
And if we talk about the Kenya Revenue Authority, which has appointed the National Bank and Co-op Bank to receive revenue, so does this mean that the county will not have its own revenues in its accounts?
No. In fact, if you look at the deed itself, it says that the national government will be remitting the collected funds. Whatever they collect, they will have to remit it back to the county government. And therefore, the functions or the remaining functions, the remaining entities, the remaining mechanism of the county remain intact. Therefore, whenever this money is transferred from the national government, it will go to the account of the county government and to be budgeted and accounted for in the normal manner.
All right. Thank you very much, sir, for speaking to us this afternoon on Business Today. And that was, of course, Kinuthia Wamwangi, the former chair of Transition Authority. They're delving a little bit deeper when we ask about certain, questions with regards to the governance of Nairobi County now. And that is actually how Business Today comes to an end.